It was a chilly morning in Greenville, North Carolina, and the bustling streets were just beginning to stir with activity. Among the crowd, a scruffy-looking man in a worn-out hoodie and faded jeans walked quietly, blending into the background. No one recognized him as Jimmy Donaldson, better known as Mr. Beast, the world-famous YouTuber and philanthropist. Today, he wasn't filming a grand challenge or handing out briefcases of cash. Instead, he had decided to embark on a secret social experiment to see how people would treat someone who appeared down on their luck. Jimmy entered a small, cozy diner on the corner of the street. The place was nothing fancy, just a simple spot where locals came for coffee and comfort food. As he stepped inside, the warm scent of bacon and pancakes filled the air, but his entrance didn't go unnoticed. The hostess at the front, a young woman named Sarah, gave him a quick glance and a hesitant smile before leading him to a table in the corner. Jimmy sat down quietly, observing the interactions around him. His disguise, a scraggly beard, oversized glasses, and a tattered beanie, made him nearly unrecognizable. He looked every bit like someone struggling to get by. A waitress named Emily approached him with a notepad in hand. "Good morning," she said with a cheerful tone. "What can I get for you today?" Jimmy smiled faintly. "Just a coffee for now, please," he replied, pulling out a crumpled bill from his pocket. Emily nodded and went off to prepare his order. As he waited, Jimmy noticed another waiter at the far side of the diner. A man named Mark, tall and confident, moved with an air of impatience. Unlike Emily, Mark didn't seem interested in engaging with the customers. He snapped at an elderly man for taking too long to order and sighed loudly when a young mother asked for extra napkins. The contrast between Emily's warm demeanor and Mark's irritation was stark. When Emily returned with Jimmy's coffee, she noticed his worn-out shoes and the tired look in his eyes. "Is everything okay?" she asked kindly. "Yeah, just rough times," Jimmy replied, playing his role. He wanted to see how far her kindness would go. Emily didn't press further but offered him a warm smile. "If you need anything, just let me know," she said before walking away. Over the next hour, Jimmy watched the diner's dynamics unfold. Emily continued to serve every customer with patience and care, even when they were difficult or demanding. Mark, on the other hand, grew more agitated as the morning rush picked up, openly complaining about the tips he was receiving. When Jimmy finished his coffee, he quietly called Emily over. "Thank you for being so kind," he said. "Not everyone would treat someone like me so well." Emily looked surprised. "Kindness doesn't cost anything," she replied with a shrug. Jimmy nodded thoughtfully. "You're absolutely right." He pulled a small card from his pocket and handed it to her. "Call this number tomorrow," he said. "I think you'll like what happens." Emily looked at the card, confused. "What's this?" she asked, but Jimmy didn't elaborate. He simply smiled, left a generous tip on the table, and walked out of the diner. The next day, Emily nervously dialed the number on the card. She was greeted by someone from MrBeast's team, who explained that she had been chosen for a life-changing opportunity. Emily was stunned. When she realized who the scruffy man in the diner really was, her heart raced. Within a week, Emily received a $50,000 check from Mr. Beast to help her with her student loans and support her dream of becoming a teacher. Jimmy also gifted the diner a $20,000 upgrade, ensuring that every employee, including Mark, received a bonus. As for Mark, the experience was a wake-up call. Seeing Emily's kindness rewarded so generously made him reflect on his own attitude toward others. Over time, he began to change, treating customers with more patience and respect. The story quickly went viral when Jimmy shared it on his channel. Fans were moved by Emily's genuine kindness and inspired by the lesson that even small acts of compassion could have life-changing impacts. Jimmy ended the video with a heartfelt message. "It's not about how much money you have or what you look like. Treating people with kindness is what really matters." And with that, another MrBeast story reminded the world of the power of empathy and the importance of treating everyone with respect, no matter who they are.